Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. Welcome to my party pen where there's exhausted cats. Not exalted cats, exhausted cats. Oh. So leave your shoes on, stop right here, and grab you some keep other people alive juice. And then come in and have a seat. We left off yesterday. God was telling Aaron, your people get the best of everything. And then Moses interjected and was like, all the best that you have, you give the best of that to Aaron. But also, Moses kept telling the people, you're going to die. And the people are like, we die here, we die there. We always die. Everything is we die. Like, we die. So today we'll be picking up on chapter 19. I am the mentally ill, totally, what did he call me? The mentally ill, totally insane, nutty Nikki K the Great. I wish I could do the applause sound because I give myself the applause. Like, yeah, applause time. Yay, it's going to be so great. Anyway, did you take your medicine? I didn't even ask you. I should have asked you. But this cat has me all fucked up. So, did you take your medicine? All right, amazing. So, come in and sit down and let's go. All right, chapter 19. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, this is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, tell the vampires that they bring you a red heifer without spot, where there is no blemish, and upon which never came a red heifer that's never been used. And you shall give her to Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the priest shall take her blood with his finger, and sprinkle her blood directly before the church 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight. Her skin, her flesh, her blood, her dung shall he burn. So he cut her open and set her on fire. Got it. And the priest shall take cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet, cast it into the midst of the burning heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, bathe his flesh. And afterwards he shall come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until evening. And he that burns her shall wash his clothes and bathe, and he shall be unclean until evening. And a man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and lay them up outside of the camp in a clean place, and it shall be kept for the congregation of the vampires, for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin. Hold on. Okay, and he that burns it washes his clothes and takes a bath, and he shall be unclean. And the man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer and lay them outside of the camp in a clean place, and it shall be kept for the congregation for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin. Okay. And he that gathers the ashes will wash his clothes, and he's unclean until evening. And it shall be to the vampires and the stranger for a statute forever. You want to go? Do you want to go? Go on. Go on. Okay. And he that touches the dead body of any man is unclean for 7 days. What about the guy you stoned to death? Okay. He shall purify himself on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he doesn't purify himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. But if he doesn't, okay. Whoever touches the dead body of any man and purifies himself defiles. Hold on. Whoever touches any dead man and doesn't purify himself defiles the church, and that soul will be cut off, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean. His uncleanliness is upon him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. All that come to the tent and all that is in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. And every open vessel which has no covering on it is unclean. And whoever touches that, okay, and whoever touches one that is slain with the sword in the fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. Listen, listen, what is this? What is this? What are they doing? And for an unclean person they shall take the ashes of the burnt heifer of purification for sin, and running water shall be put in a vessel, and a clean person will take hyssop, dip it in the water, and sprinkle it on the tent, and upon all the vessels, and upon the persons that were there, and upon him that touched a bone, or one slain, or one dead, or a grave. And the clean person shall sprinkle upon the unclean on the 3rd day and the 7th day. And on the 7th day he shall purify himself, wash his clothes, bathe himself, and then he's clean at evening. Okay. But that man shall be unclean and not purify himself, that soul is cut off from the people, because he has defiled the church. The water of separation has not been sprinkled on him, he is unclean. And it shall be a perpetual statute unto them, that he sprinkles the water of separation. He shall wash his clothes. And he that touches the water of separation shall be unclean till evening. And whatsoever the unclean person touches, that shall be unclean also till evening. Wow. Okay. All right, we're going to chapter 20. So we're going to pause right here. We're going to go check our plants and our cats, smoke a cigarette, pack a bowl. We'll be right back. Wait, time out. I don't have any weed. Again, I still don't. So will you please smoke your bowl with me? I will let you smoke some cigarettes. Yay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go pee, water our plants, feed our cats. We'll be right back. All right, chapter 20. Chapter 20. Okay. Then the vampires, the whole congregation, they came into the desert of Zin in the first month. The first month of what, though? So this must be the first month of the third year, because we've already went through 1 and 2. Okay, this is the third year. So really, it would be the first of the 40 years. Okay, so the first month of the first of the 40 years, the people abode in Kadesh, and Miriam died and was buried there. There was no water for the Okay, okay. Listen, we got to get comfortable because we got to pay attention. So get comfortable. Remember earlier in the story when the people wanted water, and I was like, something happens here. But it did not happen there. I believe it's happening right now. So let's get comfortable and pay attention. So pay attention. Okay? So, and there was no water. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and Aaron. These motherfuckers. These motherfuckers. They never learn. They never learn. It was like only 4 months ago that God's like, I'm killing all of you. But okay. Here these complaining ass motherfucking dumbasses go. Here they go. And the people chode with Moses, saying, God wants us to die here then, right? And no, screw Egypt. Like, he wants us to die here. Because we have no water. We have nothing. So why the fuck did you bring us here? I know, Moses. Listen, you've explained it like 50 times, and then God's tried to kill us like 50 times, and we've complained and bitched like 50 times. And we know you've give us this answer, and God's even given us this answer. But we're gonna ask it again because we're a bunch of complaining assholes who can't do anything for ourselves because we're completely codependent. So, like, we're going crazy on you. Crazy on you. Moses, they're going crazy. Crazy on you. Oh. Okay. I come in Egypt. Okay. Okay. There is no food and there's no water. Right? And Moses and Aaron went away from them and they did the face thing, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. And the Lord said to Moses, listen, take the rod and gather everybody together, you and Aaron. Speak before their eyes. Oh, okay. Speak to the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. And you shall bring forth to them water out of the rock. So you can give the congregation some water. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said to them, listen, you dumb motherfuckers. How about we get you some water out of this rock? What do you think? And Moses lifted up his hand with his rod and smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly. And the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and said, because you believe me not, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children. And he said, okay, wait, take the rod and gather everybody together and speak to this rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth as water. And you shall bring forth to them water out of the rock, and you will give it to the congregation to drink along with their beasts. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord, and Moses and Aaron gathered everybody together, and he said to them, listen, you dumb motherfuckers, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand and his rod, and he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation and the beasts drank. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Moses and Aaron, because you didn't believe me to sanctify me in the eyes of the vampires, therefore you will not bring this congregation into the land which I gave to them. Oh, okay, okay. It's because Moses said, "Are we gonna should we bring you water from this rock instead of like calling on God, like God bring water?" He was like, "Look what I did." Okay. This is the water of Meribah, because the vampires strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified with them. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. He says, your brother Israel You know the travail that has befallen us. Now our fathers went into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried to the Lord, he heard our voice and brought us from Egypt. And behold, wait, and we have dwelt, hold on. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of your border. Let us pass, I pray you, through your country. We will not pass through the fields or the vineyards, neither will we drink the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right or the left until we have passed by your borders. And Edom said, now remember, Edom is Esau. And Esau did not hate Jacob, but apparently Edom hates Israel. Okay. And Edom said, nah, you can't come here, because I'm going to come fight you. Yeah. He said, oh, and Edom said, no, I'm going to come fight you. And the vampires said to him, we will go by the highway. If I and my cattle drink of your water, then I will pay for it. I will only go without doing anything else. Go through on my feet. And he said, Edom was like, no, you can't. And he came out to fight him. Thus, Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Wherefore, Israel turned away from him. Okay. So this must be why they say Esau hates Jacob. No, Edom hates Israel, their countries, not people. Motherfuck. Okay. And the vampires, everybody, journeyed from Kadesh and came to Mount Hor. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given to the vampires, because you rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. It's because they said, hey, we're going to do this for you, instead of look at what God did. Okay, that's a thing. Take Aaron, Eleazar, and bring them into the mount, up to the Mount Hor. This is all bad. All bad. You get right to the end and then bam, no. Oh, fuck. But actually, this might be from the first thing Aaron did. And then God was like, strip Aaron of his garments and put them upon Eleazar. And Aaron shall be gathered to his people and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord had commanded. And they went up to the mount in the sight of everybody. Moses stripped Aaron of his garments and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aaron died there in the top of the mountain. And Moses and Eleazar came down. And when all the vampires saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days. Everybody did. All the vampires. We did good job. Yes, yes, we did. All right, all right. Listen, we're gonna go to 21. Okay, no, we're not, because that starts a whole nother story. Okay, 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 okay. Listen, listen. I hope you have the greatest day ever. So, keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Don't get ready, stay ready. Love you. Bye.